He had promised himself he would never fall in love again. Not after what happened. Not after the night he held his wife's cold hand in the hospital and whispered goodbye while their newborn daughter slept in a crib beside them, a blessing born the same day tragedy struck. From that night forward, Ethan Carter became a man of walls, a fortress built around a broken heart. Love, he decided, was a luxury he could not afford. His only focus was his daughter, Lily. For 8 years, Ethan lived like a ghost who smiled only when Lily was around. He worked long hours as a mechanic, did school drop-offs, packed lunches, braided ponytails with shaky fingers, and learned how to be both mom and dad. But even in the happiest moments, there was always a look in his eyes, a silent ache of something missing. And then came the day that changed everything. It was parent-teacher meeting day, and Lily wouldn't stop grinning in the back seat on the drive to school. "Dad, I can't wait for you to meet Miss Hall," she kept saying. "She's the best teacher in the world." Ethan chuckled, wiping oil from his hands after closing the shop early. "If she made you this excited about math, she must be a magician." When they walked into the classroom, Ethan froze. The teacher, Miss Hall, was smiling warmly at another parent, but something about her kept him standing still. She had gentle eyes and a kindness that didn't feel forced. She looked like someone who listened, not someone who talked just to be heard. Lily ran to her, hugging her around the waist. "This is my dad." Miss Hall turned, and the moment her eyes met Ethan's, something in his chest cracked, not pain, not fear, but something he hadn't felt in years. Hope. "Mr. Carter, Lily talks about you all the time," she said. "It's so clear how much you love her." Most compliments bounced off Ethan, but that one landed deep. For weeks afterward, Lily kept talking about Miss Hall, how she helped her when she struggled, how she... Ethan Carter stopped believing in love the day he lost his wife. He stopped hoping, stopped dreaming, stopped looking at the world the same way. His heart had shattered once, and he swore he would never let it happen again. He raised his daughter, Lily, with everything he had, love, patience, and sacrifice, but he made a silent promise to himself, there would never be room for another woman in his life. Lily was enough. Lily was everything. For 8 years, Ethan avoided anything that remotely resembled a romantic connection. While other parents at school events exchanged numbers, he stood alone at the back, waiting quietly. While people told him he was still young and deserved to move on, he smiled politely and ignored them. Moving on felt like betrayal. Loving again felt impossible. Until the day he walked into Lily's classroom. It was parent-teacher meeting day, and Lily had talked non-stop about her favorite teacher, Miss Hall. Ethan expected an ordinary introduction, a handshake, a polite chat about grades. What he didn't expect was to feel something he had buried long ago. When he first saw Olivia Hall, she was kneeling beside a student, gently explaining a math question. She had a smile that didn't just look kind, it felt kind. When she stood up and turned to Ethan, their eyes met, and for a heartbeat he forgot how to breathe. It wasn't attraction. It was recognition, of warmth, of sincerity, of something he hadn't felt in years. "Mr. Carter," she said, shaking his hand. "I've heard so much about you. Lily absolutely adores you." Her words landed in the deepest part of him. People praised him for being a good father, but something about the way she said it, soft, honest, without exaggeration, cut through every wall he had built. Over the next weeks, Olivia naturally became a part of their routine. She stayed after school to help Lily with her art projects. She called Ethan to update him, not because she had to, but because she cared. Sometimes.